Ja, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, jetzt habe ich die Ehre, mit Pettra Engeländer zu sprechen. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to have a conversation with Pettra Engeländer. And before we start, I like to introduce you according to my information.
Okay.
To my information, to inform the listeners of this talk who you are. Pettra Engeländer is a world champion in natural horseback archery and the founder of the Independent European Horseback Archery School, EHAS, and the World Federation of Authentic Horseback Archery. She developed the horseback Aikido, the Aikido method, which combines martial arts principles with riding and horse training. She holds the 7th Dan degree black belt. Congratulations. I'm really afraid that we get a conflict here. I wouldn't have any chance. Your horseback riding and archery started, as I learned, in the year 2000 in Mongolia. So how did it start? What was your experience? Why did you travel to Mongolia, and what happened in Mongolia to start this track of your personal life?
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here, and it's a great honor that we have this wonderful talk.
Yeah.
Actually, it starts with my birth. When I was very, very young, I had always a very strong feeling to horses and martial art on horseback. So I was in my mind when I was a child, I was playing games and so and
this was in Cologne.
Yeah, this was in Cologne. And
there's a lot of martial arts in Cologne.
Yes.
Not only the carnival.
No, not only the carnival and the prince and the princess. And yeah, but we have what in our area we have the Nibelungensage.
Yeah.
And there was the first connection because the Huns were in Cologne, very popular.
Yeah.
And actually the carnival did something with me when I was a very little child.
Okay.
Because we have in this Kölner Carnival, we have some groups, they represented the Hun warriors and the Huns. And they look extremely great. Really, they have excellent, authentic clothes. And my mother told me when the first time I saw these people, I start to cry and I want to be there. So
it was a mixture of love and fear.
No.
No.
For
love.
Love.
Okay.
So fear is not really there. Yeah, but seriously, this was the first pictures in my mind and what I did. And the horses never left me. It was really maybe also not so easy for my parents to have this little wild crazy child and everything was a horse for me. Everything, every chair and even my bicycle, I put reins on it and and did like this. And so yes, horses and the feeling and the smell of horses, this was my happiness. Yeah. And one of my greatest wish was to go to Mongolia. But it needs a little bit time in my life that I really could go there. And then I want to learn horseback archery. At this time I had a horse and I tried by my own, but I was thinking, oh no, I have to go to Mongolia and learn it there. Actually, nobody could it at this time in Mongolia. It was totally lost. But I had the possibility to live with a Mongolian family together and 6 weeks. And this was my great change in my life because I realized something. The children's are growing up with animal children's, and they are friends. And this change in my eyes, I could see how a natural, respectful, playful, full of love connection starts. And easily. Every child has a little cheep or little folds, they take care of it. And also the animals. The first thing what they combine with human is a friendly touch or protection. Yeah. And later on, to create this, I call it a total connection, a true connection from both sides. I could see it there in this nomadic tradition.
This reminds me to my experience in my childhood.
Ah,
As I told you, I have lived here nearby, not so far away, in
Yeah.
Münzenberg,
yeah.
near Friedberg-Butzbach,
Mhm.
from 1943 to 1949. So I was 1 year old in 43 and 7 years old in 49. And then we left for Frankfurt, and because our house was destroyed and we were refugees and called to live in a farmhouse. So I was growing up in a farmhouse, as you said, in close connections with all the animals. They had 2 horses,
Oh, really?
Hans and Lise,
Oh, that's sweet.
and we were driving with the horses and the wagon to the fields and harvesting and eating on the fields. I was in the hay wagon on the top. I loved that. I loved the garden. I loved the smell, that's what you said, the smell of the horses. They had cows, of course. They had goose, dogs, cats, of course, chicken, and it was so intense. And then we were moving to Frankfurt, and many years ago. Now it was, I think, almost 10 to 15 years ago, when I was 70. I was going back to Münzenberg, to the same farmhouse, and opened the door, and in the inner yard there was the son of the previous owners. And he looked to me and said immediately, how they pronounce it, "Oh, Meyer-Galow." That was me, Meyer's Erhard.
Yeah,
Meyer-Galow.
yeah. Ah,
He was acknowledging me all of a sudden, immediately. So
Wow.
we had a very nice talk. So I understand what you said with the Mongolian families, when you grow up with animals.
Yeah.
And this was your experience,
Yeah.
and influencing your life from this time on, right?
Totally. Because at this time I came from the normal horse scene, yeah, from the Western world, from the dressage or Western riding, yeah, or horsemanship, yeah, where always was a big goal to have this magical connection to the horse, yeah. But immediately I could realize that it's not a tool and not a method and not a special bit or saddle or whatever what is necessary. It's really this equal eye-to-eye friendship to grow up together to have a better life. This is what I really realized, yeah, immediately. And so I went back to Germany. I bought a yurt and I lived in Germany 3 years with my horses around, yeah, because I was saying, okay, when I copy it, when I'm right, it has to be a positive influence and combination to my horses and me. We are a family, and then I don't have to torture them with tools or some exercises or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was right. It's very easy to become very close with the horse on this way.
But it happened last year when you have met Rinpoche
Yeah,
and our friend here, the
yeah,
Rinpoche,
yeah,
where all of a sudden you explained to me that you have experienced the unity of the horse, of you, the archery, and
yeah,
all that, to make you explain your experience of the past. All of a sudden, from this time on, your archery, horseback archery, received a very special, intense energy for the future
yeah, sure.
because you experienced the spiritual dimension.
Yeah,
And I'm interested to ask you and tell the audience your spiritual way,
yeah,
your inner growth
yeah,
by doing archery on the back of the horse.
yeah,
How is that?
yeah. At this point, I realized that I started to teach horseback archery, but at this time I was in a sport system. So, and this sport system, of course, has a goal to be the best, the winner, and everything. And I realized, good, the sport creates a lot of self and a self attitude, and then the treatment of the horses is also very bad because
I would say to create the ego.
yeah, because of the sport.
If I differentiate between the ego and the self.
Yeah. And at this time I was also on the top, and
In the sport.
in this sport I was there were maybe 500 people. I was under the 10 and one of the best women worldwide. But this creates something in me what makes a suffering. Yeah, because I was the winner, I was happy, and the others were not happy. And they looked at me, okay, next time I get you. And at this point,
You felt the difference.
yeah, and I felt the difference, and I decide, okay, I go away from the sport, and I turn myself to the spirituality path.
Wonderful.
Yeah, because I have on things I couldn't explain, I had good results without training. So I was looking at it, say what really happens, and then I find the combination of it is a combination of what is happened in a high martial art master, and in a high realized Vajrayana being. So I would say, okay, if I work with a high realized martial art master together who has no ideas from riding, it must work, because the outer, the inner is cleaner. Yeah, and it happened. I met Bob Jones. It's one of the famous martial art masters worldwide, and he teach me Aikido. He worked with my horses, and he was in the age of 17 at this time. And then I saw he immediately could ride my horses, and my horses loved this person because his attitude was very clear and his heart was full of love.
That's interesting because Aikido reminds me there are several or maybe hundreds of ways to grow internally into a spirituality which can lead you through your life.
Yeah.
And Zen Do means way, with Zen meditation is one, that's what I practice. Or Kyodo, the archery, is another way. Aikido is another way, Ikebana is another way, and so on. There are several ways, and even in other religions, you have different paths to let your spirituality grow and understand that beyond mindfulness training, there is a big opening window for letting go and be together with the whole nature and the whole universe. And Aikido, as I understand, is Ki is the power, the energy.
Yes.
I is the balance,
Yeah.
and Do is the way.
Yeah.
And,
I is also the love.
Yeah, and you combined Aikido principles with horseback riding and archery, and you call it Aikido.
Yeah.
This is your trademark.
Creation, yeah.
Trademark.
Yeah.
Wonderful, I like it.
Yeah.
But in Aikido, for instance, you're competing or fighting with another one, using your energy that the other one is passing by. If you go all of a sudden a step and he's with his energy falling down and so on.
Yeah.
But horse Aikido, before visiting you here, I had in mind, there are two horses, two riders, they do Aikido, and they try and they try to meet each other, and one is on the Aikido track, and one is on the competing track. And who is going to win? The Aikido, of course, is going to win. So that's how I understand the Aikido, and I was very much interested when I've read that you created horse Aikido, what the difference is. And I understand what the difference is. It's the spiritual content. It's your way.
Yeah.
It's your way of inner growth. Others have other ways. You have to practice this with mindfulness.
Sure.
And with compassion, with serenity. After all, you achieve serenity, reduce your stress and all that. And that's what we need in the Western world. So there are not so many in the world practicing horseback archery in your definition.
No, very less people.
Is it going to grow?
It will grow, I guess.
I'm
the
sure.
Asian people, they have all of this culture and knowledge, and they start to combine it.
Okay.
They start to remember all of this. Yeah.
Especially you said in China.
Yes, China and in China and Korea. Yeah.
Okay.
And hopefully in Bhutan.
Yeah, coming to Bhutan, being honorary consul of Bhutan, you just visited Bhutan?
Yeah.
I appreciate that you love the country, as I do very much, and you are on the way to develop project to start horseback archery in Bhutan. So what my friends tell me from Bhutan, they said there's no horseback riding in Bhutan. They use the horses for work, transportation. How could she start horseback archery if there's no sport in horseback? There's archery, of course, we know. What is your idea? How do you implement this project of horseback archery in Bhutan? How could that be achieved?
The biggest experience I made was when we are traveling through Bhutan on the streets, that the animals are laying on the street, they are sleeping, and the cars are driving around. The horses running around there have no fear.
You're not talking about the dogs.
Okay.
That's a different story, as you know. Do you know the story of the dogs?
No.
Dogs are incarnations of previous Buddhist monks who failed in their life and in their karma. So fate decided that the next incarnation must be a dog.
Okay.
Therefore, you have so many dogs in Bhutan, and during the night in Thimphu, have you heard all the dogs?
Of course.
Thousands and thousands of dogs, and it's not allowed to kill dogs or fight the dogs. I don't know whether they do it, but maybe in the next incarnation they are monk again. But all dogs in Bhutan are failed monks. I don't know.
I didn't know that.
I don't know what the horses are.
I don't know. I only care. What I saw, the horses were always friendly.
Yeah.
They had a very relaxed face. The ears were very friendly outwards. They were relaxed and they were fearless. And this shows me that they have no bad experience or very less bad experience with humans.
Good.
And this is, I never saw this in Mongolia.
Okay.
They are very bad to horses. Yeah, they lost their culture and love to the horses. They are very brutal.
But how would you like to start this project in Bhutan? How should that work?
Oh, it's very easy.
What is the start?
The start would be to prepare 2 horses
Okay.
and start.
Bhutanese horses?
Yes, and start to create this connection.
Okay.
And because they are half wild, yeah, this would be not so difficult.
Okay.
Because here in our culture you have mostly the difficulties because horses have bad experience.
Yes.
Yeah, and therefore, and even at the airport, there's a wonderful picture from a Bhutanese woman with a horse, and the horse looks exactly like my horses, open, friendly, and this is what it's the basic for this authentic natural horseback archery and this spiritual connection. So this would be the start to get 2 horses ready. As soon.
And you will be there?
Yes, I will be
How
there.
long?
As long as possible.
Couple of years.
Maybe we will see. We will see. So this
Where
is.
do you find people who follow your idea? Bhutanese people, Bhutanese horses,
Yes.
Bhutanese archery
Yes.
competitors or
Yes.
sports.
Yes. Yes.
Archery sports.
They actually asked me to create a sport.
You know,
I will do
archery
it.
is so popular.
I will do
All
it.
what they need to sit on a horse.
Yeah. But I will do it because they have this Buddhistic
Yeah.
basis.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would not give my knowledge in other hands.
Yeah, I understand.
I have to know that the horses are treating well.
Okay.
Otherwise the spirituality will not come.
Yeah.
Because when you are shooting from horseback, the horse has to know. And the horse has to say, we do it together.
So you're looking.
Like in the old days. Like all of these wonderful stories about Gesaling's horse.
So you're looking for partners in Bhutan who are spiritually grounded
Yeah,
to understand what you mean,
yeah,
to get this experience and transfer that on the horseback archery.
yes.
Maybe 2 horses and 2 to 5 people, and then
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, yeah. And then
It can be very popular because of the
It will
archery.
it will be, I'm sure, because it's in their history. All of the Tibetan or Bhutanese stories about Gesaling. Gesaling is always shooting from horseback, or and because they have these stories about a talking horse, they knew that there is a divine connection between horse and human.
Wonderful.
There is a divine mandala.
Wonderful.
And this divine mandala, divine archery, divine horseback archery, only Bhutan is the only place in this century who will have it.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm very proud about your experience of Bhutan, and I really hope that your project will start and be successful. But you are now living here in Germany, in Hünfeld, Hünfeld, in Winkel, number 1, and you are giving seminars and lectures here for German or European people who are interested in horseback archery. And you said it was quite busy prior to the COVID crisis. And now it's a little bit slowed down, or much slowed down, because of travel expenses or travel problems or other priorities.
Yes, other priorities.
Other priorities.
Yes, and the people are changing.
Other materialistic priorities.
Yes, outside.
Outside properties.
Outside problems.
So how to get more people in here to your seminars here? How do you want to get them in here?
So here,
because meditation is very popular, mindfulness is very popular. Many people have burnout, depression, anxiety, blah blah blah. They look for a change in their lives, and how could it better be done as on the back of a horse? Wonderful. if you sit on a horse, it's much better than sitting on the ground, right?
Yes.
On the
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, I wish you all the best for your
Thank you.
future, and I hope having all my friends here in Germany or Europe in mind, or
Yeah.
worldwide who listen to this video, that this will be an initiation, a
Yes.
kick-off
Yes.
of more horseback archery with spiritual content.
Yeah.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
this talk. And I'm very sure I will pass by here
Please.
whenever I'm